At the outset, I seek the kind permission of Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh, to commence today's program. Thank you, Your Lordship. A very good evening, everyone. We are profoundly honored today by the gracious presence of dignitaries who embody the guardianship of this Constitution in its truest sense. We extend our deepest respect and warmest welcome to Honorable the Chief Justice, who has kindly consented to grace this auspicious occasion as the chief guest, whose dedication to the cause of justice continues to inspire all who believe in the rule of law. We are equally privileged by the distinguished presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Agrawal, Honorable Mr. Justice Parth Prateem Sahu. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of all the Honorable Judges of High Court of Chhattisgarh who are with us of the dais today. We are also honored to have with us respected Advocate General and other officers of the Office of the Advocate General, respected Deputy Solicitor General, respected senior advocates, and respected members of the Chhattisgarh High Court Bar Association, respected Registrar General and officers of Registry, respected Director and officers of CSJ, respected Member Secretary and officers of CG SLSA, Civil Judges Junior Division, Batch 2024, Law Student of LCIT College. It is my profound honor to extend a warm and respectful welcome to all of you. On behalf of the High Court of Chhattisgarh, as we gather to celebrate Constitution Day 2025, reaffirming our democratic ideals, I now humbly request all honorable dignitaries and guests to please rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. May I now invite honorable dignitaries on the dais and Honorable Mrs. Justice Rajni Dubet for the lighting of ceremonial lamp, marking an auspicious and enlightened beginning to our program. Starting with the welcoming of our honorable dignitaries, I now request respected Registrar General Shri Rajni Srivastava to felicitate Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh with a sapling as a mark of gratitude and respect. I now request Registrar IND Shri Mansoor Ahmad to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay K. Agrawal, Judge, High Court of Chhattisgarh, with a sapling as a mark of gratitude and respect. I now request respected Registrar Judicial Shri Khilavan Ram Rigri to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Parth Prateem Sahu, Judge, High Court of Chhattisgarh, with a sapling as a mark of gratitude and respect. Thank you. This solemn occasion invites us to reflect upon the timeless vision embodied in Constitution, an instrument that not only structures democratic governance but also enshrines the aspirations of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity for every citizen. Today, on Constitution Day, we assembled in Unity Auditorium to honor the values of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity that unite us as Indians. सा विद्या या विमुक्त ये, विद्या वही है जो मुक्त करे, समाज को मुक्त करे अज्ञानता से, मुक्त करे अंधकार से, मुक्त करे विषमता और भेदभाव से. Constitution, the pious document of India, also liberate the society from all kinds of darkness, inequalities and unfairness, and ensures justice, liberty, equality and fraternity for the citizens. I now humbly invite Mrs. Aditi Singhi, Advocate, High Court of Chhattisgarh, to deliver her address.
Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh, Honorable Judges of the High Court of Chhattisgarh, respected Advocate General, respected Deputy Solicitor General, respected Senior Advocates, members of the Registry, members of the Bar, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. I am honored for being bestowed with the opportunity to address such a powerful gathering. On this Constitution Day, let us begin with the bare text of the Constitution, with the first 5 words of the preamble, we, the people of India, and ending with, give to ourselves this Constitution, and the 75 words in between, which form the soul and foundation of our democracy. The Constitution as it exists today is a result of efforts of an ordinary man. Every petition before the court and every act of public participation has contributed to strengthening our constitutional values. It is the people of this nation who time and again repose the faith in the Constitution and come before the courts where the democratic ideals are reaffirmed and upheld. Be it the Aadhaar case, where the balance between the power of the state and the rights of citizen was drawn, or the Sabrimala temple entry case, where the conflict between the religious practices and the claim of dignity of women in matters of faith was resolved, or the case of Chandigarh mayor elections, where the idea of free and fair elections was upheld, or the electoral bonds case, which acknowledged the essence of a voter's right to information in a healthy democracy. The Constitution has time and again reaffirmed the ideals that we, the people, adopted for ourselves in 1949. The Constitution has always guided us whenever we face difficult situations. In times of political problems, social unrest, or legal disputes, the Constitution ensures that actions are taken in a way that is fair and just. The courts have time and again proved that they are rightly the custodian of our Constitution. In words of Honorable Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, Constitution is the nation's safety valve, and these 4 words embrace the entire essence and spirit of our Constitution. The Constitution comes to life only through the way it is used and applied in our daily lives. When citizens assert their rights and approach courts to protect justice, they give real meaning to its words. And by giving life to Constitution, we shape the nature of the democracy that we live in. In words of Honorable Justice P. N. Bhagwati, government alone will never be able to do it. It is only the people themselves who must utilize law for the purpose of bringing justice at the doorstep of the large masses of people of the country. As we face the future, the Constitution remains our strongest ally, helping us address new challenges like climate change and the growth of digital technology, all while staying true to our democratic ideals. I'll conclude with these lines of Sir Winston Churchill, which aptly echoes the spirit of we the people. At the bottom of all tributes paid to democracy is the little man, walking into a little booth with a little pencil, making a little cross on a little bit of paper. No amount of voluminous discussion can possibly diminish the overwhelming importance of this little man. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now humbly invite Shri Manoj Vishnuat Paranjpe, Senior Advocate, High Court of Chhattisgarh, for his address.
Good evening, everybody. Warm greeting to everyone. On a day illuminated not by rhetoric but by the power of ideas, Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Sanjay Agrawal Sahab, Honorable Justice P. Sahu Sahab, all Honorable Judges of the desk, respected Advocate General Shri Vivek Verma, Senior Advocates, Officers of the Registry, and my distinguished colleagues. We are gathered here to honor the adoption of our Constitution. I want to first take a step back and ask why. We already have the Independence Day of 15th of August, Republic Day of 26th of January, then what purpose does a separate Constitution Day serve? The answer lies in the success of our democracy. On 19th-9-2015, the Government of India declared 26 November as a Constitution Day to honor Dr. Bhim Rao Sahab Ambedkar and the drafting committee for their remarkable contribution. Constitution Day holds great national significance. 76 years back on this day, the founding father set their hands to the Constitution of India, which is the supreme law of the land. The 3 long years deliberations in the Constitution Assembly demanded both craftsmanship and the legal acumen in the matter of framing the fundamental law, which is enforceable in the courts. The courtroom is where the Constitution breathes. Through every argument, every right defended, and every injustice corrected, Constitution begins with the powerful declaration, "We, the people of India," simple words that place ultimate power not in the kings, rulers or the government, but in the hands of the people. And this was the dream of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. In India, where the democracy is not just a system of government, but a way of life rooted in equity, liberty and fraternity. The Constitution we afford is not static. The Constitution is not a voice of our past, it is the heartbeat of our future. It evolves by interpretation, grows stronger through precedent, and gains substance through courageous judicial actions. Let us also remember, our Constitution does not promise perfection. It promises justice, and justice is not abstract. It is delivered through due process by respecting fundamental rights, especially Article 21 for the life and dignity and the enforcing remedies ensured therein. Dr. Ambedkar reminds us, Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It is a vehicle of life. It is alive, dynamic, evolving, just like our nation. It protects our freedoms, demands our responsibility, and inspires us to build a society where no one is left behind. On this day, we must recall Dr. Ambedkar's final address to the Constitution Assembly on 25th November 1949. delivered before the Constitution was adopted. He reminds us that independence brought with us a profound responsibility, warning, I quote, "If hereafter things go wrong, we will have nobody to blame except ourselves." He worried about what would happen to India's democratic constitution, whether she could preserve it or might lose it again. Yet, in the same breath, he placed the deep trust in the people of India to rise to this responsibility and to shape a democratic culture worthy of the constitution they were inheriting. India not only protected her constitution, but the people gave it life, living by its values and shaping their aspiration through it. At the end, I would like to conclude by saying that justice, liberty and equity are not merely words in our preamble. They are the very foundation of our democracy. On this Constitution Day, we may renew our vow to afford each day in our courts, in our institutions, in our conduct. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now, with respect, invite Honorable Mr. Justice Rajni Dubet, Judge, High Court of Chhattisgarh, for the introductory address.
Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Agrawal, Honorable Mr. Justice Parth Pratim Sahu on the dais, and my esteemed brother judges of the dais, Registrar General and officers of the Registry, Director and other officers of Chhattisgarh State Judicial Academy, Member, Secretary and officers of SALSA, respected Advocate General and his team, respected President, Secretary and esteemed members of High Court Bar Association, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. Today, November 26th, is not merely a date on the calendar. It is the foundational day of our Republic, the second movement 76 years ago that the people of India gave to themselves this extraordinary transformative document, the Constitution of India. For 3 tireless years, 299 builders of destiny, led by the sharp vision of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, worked to create our Constitution, which is a work of art, evolved from the heart. The script being crafted by hand by Prem Bihar Narayan Rajada, who took no fee, asking only for his name on every page, and the borders illuminated by the artistry of Nandlal Bose. We gather not just to remember the past, but to reaffirm the solemn commitments we made at the dawn of our nation. जब हम लोग कॉलेज और स्कूल में पढ़ते थे तो बिना ध्यान दिए याद कर लेते थे, we the people of India, by the people, of the people. But now we realize what a beautiful are these. The soul of this document lies in those majestic opening lines, we the people of India. This declaration is an eternal assertion of sovereignty, that power resides with the people, and that sovereignty is pledged to 4 core ideals: justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These are not mere lofty phrases, but are 4 pillars of our democracy. They are the covenants that bind a billion plus people together, transforming a diverse collection of cultures and languages into one united nation. Thus, we can say unity in diversity is not just slogan, it is our foundation. As a member of the judiciary, the guardian of the Constitution, I must emphasize 2 imperatives: justice and dignity. Justice in our Constitution is an active, dynamic concept. It is not enough to have laws. We must ensure equal access to justice. Dignity is the essence of our fundamental rights, which ensure a life with dignity. We must not forget that success of the Constitution rests on not just on the bench or the bar or the legislature, but on the character of its citizens. This day is a call for every citizen to reaffirm their faith in our democratic ideal. The judiciary's commitment is to the rule of law, upholding the doctrine of separation of powers, and acting as the final check against any encroachment on the liberties of the people. We are bound to protect the basic structure of the Constitution, its secularism, its democracy, its republican character. Let us therefore, on this Constitution Day, resolve to be more than beneficiaries of this great document. Let us be its active defenders. Let us commit ourselves once again to the ideals of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Let the light of our Constitution illuminate the path for generations to come. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Ladyship, for sharing your profound and deep observations. It is my privilege to now respectfully invite Honorable Mr. Justice Parth Prateem Sahu, Judge, High Court of Chhattisgarh, for the explanatory address.
Honorable Mr. Justice Romesh Sinha, Chief Justice of High Court of Chhattisgarh. Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Agrawal, Judge High Court of Chhattisgarh. My esteemed sister and brother judges of the dais, Learned Advocate General Mr. Vivek Sharma, Learned Deputy Solicitor General Mr. Ramakant Mishra, Administrator and other officers of the Chhattisgarh High Court Bar Association, Learned Senior Advocates, Learned Members of the Bar, Registrar General and officers of the Registry, Director Chhattisgarh State Judicial Academy and officers of the Judicial Academy, Member Secretary, Salsa, Judicial Officer, Junior Division, Batch 2024, officers and the employees of the High Court. A very warm and proud greeting to all of you on the occasion of Constitution Day, a day of profound significance for every Indian and for every institution that draws its existence, authority and legitimacy from the Constitution. Today, as we commemorate the adoption of our Constitution on 26th November 1949, we do much more than celebrate a historic event. We reaffirm our collective commitment to the ideas, values and moral vision that forms the bedrock of the Constitution. The Constitution is not just a legal manuscript. It is the very heartbeat of our democratic identity. It is a charter of freedom, a vision of justice, a promise of equality, and a call for fraternity. Today, as we reflect on these ideals, we must reaffirm our enduring commitment to uphold them through institutions, through public conduct, and through the moral will of every citizen. Our preamble, described as the identity card of the Constitution, reminds us of the powerful pillars that sustain democratic governance: justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These are not ornamental expressions. They are guiding principles that permeate every provision and every interpretation of the Constitution. Justice in its truest sense is not confined to the courtroom alone. It is social justice that ensures no individual suffers discrimination, exclusion, and ensure fairness for all citizens, particularly vulnerable groups as outlined in Article 38 of the Constitution. Economic justice that guarantees fair opportunity and equitable distribution of resources, and political justice that ensures every citizen has an equal voice in public affairs. The holistic vision is that enables democracy to thrive as a system rooted in a fairness. Our judiciary has consistently shielded this ideal through various landmark decisions. In case of Keshavanand Bharati versus State of Kerala, Honorable Supreme Court declared basic structure of the Constitution is the inviolable and asserted the sovereignty of the Constitution of our legislative expediency, ensuring that constitutionalism prevails over arbitrariness. In the case of Menka Gandhi versus Union of India, Honorable Supreme Court expanded the meaning of procedure established by law, ensuring that justice must be fair, just and reasonable, and enriching Article 21 with profound humanism. The Constitution also provides for equal access to legal system. Article 39 especially mandates that opportunities for securing justice should not be denied to any citizen due to economic or any other disabilities by providing free legal aid. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar emphasized that without social and economic justice, political democracy would remain fragile. Liberty is soul of free nation. It encompasses freedom of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Liberty empowers individuals to question, to express, to create and to dissent. Yet, liberty is never absolute. It harmonizes with the interest of the society. The judiciary has played a pivotal role in upholding this delicate balance. In the matter of justice case Pottaswamy versus Union of India, Honorable Supreme Court recognized the right to privacy as an intrinsic part of personal liberty. Under Article 21, an essential safeguard in an era of rapid technological advancement. The court reminded us that liberty must evolve with time. Likewise, in the matter of Shreyas Singhal versus Union of India, Honorable Supreme Court struck down Section 66A of the IT Act, reaffirming the value of free speech and shielding democratic discourse from the chilling effect of vague and oppressive laws. Equality is more foundation of our republic. It ensures that the law treats everyone alike, that opportunities are not determined by birth, caste, gender or social status, and that discrimination finds no legitimacy within our constitutional framework. The judiciary has tirelessly upheld this principle. In the matter of Indira Sawhney versus Union of India, Honorable Supreme Court balanced the competing claims of affirmative action and merit, affirming that substantive equality, not mere formal equality, is essential for social justice. In case of Navtesh Singh Johar versus Union of India, Honorable Supreme Court decriminalized same-sex relationships, interpreting equality not as a privilege of majority but as a guarantee of dignity for all. These decisions remind us that equality is not static, it expands society's conscience. And then comes fraternity, perhaps the most profound, yet the most understated ideal of our preamble. Fraternity is the cement that binds the nation together. It ensures that unity is not merely territorial but emotional, that citizens see each other as equals in dignity, and the diversity becomes a force of cohesion rather than conflict. The Honorable Supreme Court has reiterated these ideals through several constitutional bench decisions. In case of Esther Bombay versus Union of India, the court underscored that secularism, one of the key expressions of fraternity, is part of Constitution's basic structure. More recently, in case of Indian Young Lawyers Association versus State of Kerala, the Sabarimala's case, Honorable Supreme Court reaffirmed fraternity by emphasizing equal dignity, rejecting practices that exclude individuals in the name of tradition. These judgments remind us that fraternity is the moral compass of democratic society, inviting us to rise above narrow differences and embrace our shared humanity. Today, the reaffirmation of these democratic ideals holds deeper significance than ever before. We live in a world marked by rapid technological change, rising aspirations, complex social challenges, and global uncertainties. In such times, it is the Constitution that anchors the nation. It guides us in navigating ethical dilemmas posed by artificial intelligence, data surveillance, and digital governance. It illuminates the path of justice amid growing social diversities, economic disparities, and environmental crisis. In this dynamic landscape, our commitment to constitutional values must be unwavering. As the members of the judiciary, our responsibility is particularly sacred. The judiciary is often described as the sentinel of the key view, the ever-watchful guardian of the constitutional rights. Every decision the court delivers contributes to the protection of liberties, the preservation of rights, and the strengthening of democracy. We must remember that justice is not only what we deliver, but also what people experience. The credibility of the judiciary rests on not merely on legal acumen, but on fairness, empathy, independence, and integrity. When citizens step into a courtroom, they must feel the Constitution breathe through the very process of justice. However, democracy cannot survive on the strength of institutions alone. Citizens are one of the vital pillars. The democracy thrives when its people uphold constitutional values, practice tolerance, engage in respectful dialogue, and participate actively in a civic life. Each citizen, regardless of position or power, is a custodian of the Constitution. As we look towards the future, our goals must be ambitious and forward-looking. Access to justice must deepen through technological innovation, virtual courts, digital filing, and simplified procedures. Constitutional education must spread beyond law schools into communities, ensuring that every young Indian grows with an innate understanding of their rights and duties. Governance must evolve the ethics as its center, ensuring transparency and accountability. The synergy between technology and constitutional morality must remain robust, ensuring that digital growth never eclipses human dignity. As India continues to rise on the global stage, our democratic ethos must shine ever brighter. Our constitution is not a relic of past, but a living identity and strength. As I draw to a close, let us remember that our charter dynamic, resilient, and perpetually evolving with the aspirations of our people. On this Constitution Day, let us reaffirm our commitment to justice that elevates every individual, liberty that enshrines the human spirit, equality, and that includes, empowers, and fraternity that binds us together as one nation. On this Constitution Day, let us remember we are not just inheritors of a great democratic tradition. We are its stewards, protectors, and torchbearers. Let us pledge to uphold the Constitution not just in our judgments, speeches, or ceremonies, but in our everyday conduct as a part of justice delivery system and citizens. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for your gracious insights. May I now respectfully invite Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Agrawal, Judge, High Court of Chhattisgarh, to deliver special address.
I would like to start with a quote by Justice Vivian Bose. The Constitution is not a document for the lawyers alone. It is a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of the age. Unquote. Honorable Mr. Justice Romesh Sinha, Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh, my esteemed sister and brother judges, learned Advocate General, and other law officers, learned Deputy Solicitor General, learned senior advocates, members of the bar, Administrator of Chhattisgarh High Court Bar Association, officers of registry, officers of state legal service authorities, officers of state judicial academy, dear law students, trainee judicial officers, member of print electronic media. Very good evening to all of you. Today we have gathered here to celebrate Constitution Day at a moment of profound historic significance. This year marks 75 years since the Constitution of India came into force, a milestone that invites deep reflection not only on what the Constitution is in store for us, but also on what it continues to require of us. The Constitution came into effect on 26 November 1949 as a product of extraordinary vision and collective hope, and it stands today as a guiding force of our democracy, our governance, and our national character. The implementation of the Constitution was never meant to be only a ceremonial beginning. It was the commencement of a living journey, one that continues to evolve with times while remaining rooted in its eternal principle of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. As we celebrate 75 years of this remarkable journey, we recognize that our Constitution has shown exceptional adaptability, responding to new challenges, societal changes, and evolving expectation of diverse and the vibrant population. This Constitution Day carries unique weight for its call upon every institution, particularly judiciary and legal fraternity, to introspect upon our contribution in nurturing this living legacy. This year also carries deep meaning for all of us is associated with the state of Chhattisgarh. Along with nations celebrating 75 years of constitutional implementation, High Court of Chhattisgarh completes 25 years of its establishment. This coincidence is not a more than a numerical overlap. It's a reminder that dreams embedded in the Constitution find their expression not merely in Delhi or in books, but in every region, every district, every courtroom of this nation. The High Court of Chhattisgarh over last quarter century has played a pivotal role in ensuring the constitutional values reach and remotest corner and the most vulnerable communities, embodying the spirit of justice that our founding documents conceived. Chhattisgarh itself is a living testimony to the India's rich constitutional promise. A state defined by cultural diversity, tribal heritage, natural resources, and resilient people. It represents the essential character of India, unity in diversity. The work of our High Court over the past 25 years has been defined by the responsibility to uphold constitutional rights, protect individual liberties, and ensure that justice is not a privilege for the few but guarantees to all. The Silver Jubilee is therefore not only a celebration of institutional existence but a reaffirmation of the commitment entrusted to us by the Constitution of India. Equally significant is Honorable Mr. Surkan, Chief Justice of India, unwavering emphasis on the judicial independence. His Lordship has made it clear that judges must remain unaffected by political discourse, social media pressure, or popular sentiment. The judiciary's role, judiciary's only liability is the rule of law and note taken under the Constitution. This principle is essential for preserving public faith, ensuring fairness, and upholding the dignity of judicial institution. His Lordship repeatedly reminds us that independence and accountability to the Constitution are inseparable ideals. Another cornerstone of Honorable Mr. Surkan's philosophy is access to justice shaped by empathy. His Lordship memorable words, which I quote, "The true majesty of law lies not in the power to command, but in its capacity to understand that justice must touch gently, for only a law that can feel can heal," capture the essence of what judicial authority should represent. His advocacy for the legal aid, pro bono service, protection of fundamental rights highlights the belief that justice must not only be delivered, but it must be delivered with sensitivity, humility, and compassion. The High Court of Chhattisgarh over its 25-year journey has endeavored to embody these principles, from safeguarding fundamental liberties to preserving the right of tribal communities, from ensuring accountable governance to protecting the environmental and the vulnerable populations. This court has translated its constitutional responsibility as a living mission. Our jurisprudence, though young in comparison to other high courts, has developed with clarity, depth, and commitment to the constitutional morality. The state of Chhattisgarh has found its High Court not merely a forum of law, but a guardian of justice and defender of rights. As we stand at the meeting of two great milestones, 75 years of the Constitution and 25 years for High Court, we must reaffirm our commitment to the Constitution of India in the truest spirit. The task before us is both simple and profound: to preserve constitutional values when they are challenged, to protect liberty when it is threatened, and to deliver justice with integrity even circumstances are difficult. The Constitution trusts us, its custodian, to treat justice not an occasional promise but a daily duty. On this Constitution Day, let us remind ourselves that Constitution of India doesn't reside only in its 395 articles or 12 schedules. It resides in the trust of the people. It's lived through the faith that every citizen places in judiciary, and it endures because generation after generation of the judges and lawyers commit themselves to upholding its solemn promise. Today, we renew that commitment with humility, dedication, and deep sense of constitutional responsibility. I would like to close with a quote by Nani Palkiwala, great jurist. Our Constitution is a temple. Its worship lies in the tireless service of justice. Unquote. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Chhattisgarh.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for your enlightening remarks. Ano Bhadra Kratave Yantu Vishwatah, a revered shloka from the ancient Hindu scripture, the Rig Veda. The literal meaning is, let knowledge, positive thoughts come to us from every direction. With this, I am pleased and honored to now most respectfully invite our Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Romesh Sinha, Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh, to bless us with his kind words.
My esteemed brother, Justice Sanjay Agrawal, Justice Prateem, Sahu, who are on the dais with me, my esteemed sister and brother judges of the dais, learned Advocate General and the state law officers, learned Deputy Solicitor General of India, learned senior advocates and members of the Chhattisgarh High Court Bar Association, Registrar General, officers of the Registry, Director and other judicial officers of the Chhattisgarh State Judicial Academy, trainee judges and the law students, ladies and gentlemen, members of the print and electronic media. A very good morning, a very good evening to all of you. On this Constitution Day, we recall with gratitude the vision of our Constitution makers who crafted a document that not only structures the state but also guides our nation through changing times while safeguarding the dignity and rights of every individual. The Constitution of India is a living framework, one that guarantees justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. But the true strength of our democracy lies in the constitutionalism, the disciplined practice of limiting state power and ensuring that all institutions act within the boundaries of law and with full accountability. In the Indian context, constitutionalism is not an abstract idea. It touches the everyday life of every citizen. Through Article 21, our Constitution protects the right to life and personal liberty, which our courts have interpreted as the right to live with dignity. This includes access to basic necessities such as food, clean drinking water, clothing, shelter, education, health, and a clean environment. It ensures that governance must be humane, responsive, and sensitive to the conditions of the weakest. Constitutionalism demands that power of the state be exercised with fairness, responsibility, and an unwavering respect for the fundamental rights. Our jurisprudence has repeatedly underscored that personal liberty must never be curtailed through mechanical or arbitrariness process, and that the criminal justice system must remain humane, proportionate, and consistent with the constitutional values. These judicial principles operate with a broader constitutional framework that includes separation of powers, judicial review, federalism, and the rule of law. Together, these features maintain institutional balance, prevent arbitrariness, and ensure that every organ of the state functions within the disciplined boundaries laid down by the Constitution. As members of the justice delivery system, it is our shared responsibility to ensure that the principles of the Constitution are not merely interpreted but actively realized. Every judicial decision, every administrative action, and every interaction within our courts must reaffirm the democratic ideals, fairness, equality, and human dignity. On this Constitution Day, let us reaffirm our dedication to the democratic ideals enshrined in the Constitution. Let us recommit ourselves to upholding constitutional values in our work and conduct so that the Constitution continues to serve as the guiding force of our Republic. Thank you. Before I conclude, I would like to thank all the persons who have addressed this August gathering on the Constitutional Day, the two advocates, my learned brothers, and all the participants, especially the trainee judicial officers, the law students, that they have participated in this on this occasion, and probably they are fortunate enough to have been in the High Court during this time where they are being trained at the State Judicial Academy, and I hope and trust that they should remember that how to live the Constitution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Your thoughtful words will continue to guide and inspire us. As the curtains draw on this truly momentous occasion of this Constitution Day, it is my distinct honor and profound privilege to convey our deepest gratitude to every individual who has graced this occasion. First and foremost, I express my sincere thanks to our esteemed Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Romesh Sinha, Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh. Your gracious presence was the cornerstone of today's program, and your words of immense wisdom have not merely inspired us but have reaffirmed our collective sacred commitment to the enduring values enshrined in our Constitution. We are equally privileged and deeply grateful for the dignified presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Agrawal, Honorable Mr. Justice Parth, Prateem, Sahu, and Honorable Mr. Justice Rajni, Dubet. Your support and valuable insights underscores the profound significance of this day. We also extend our sincere gratitude to all the honorable judges of the High Court of Chhattisgarh for gracing this occasion. Our appreciation extends to the legal luminaries who enriched our intellectual discourse, Shri Manoj Vishnuat, Senior Advocate, and Mrs. Aditi Singhi, Advocate. We thank you for your thoughtful contributions and the perspectives you shared with us today. We also offer our gratitude to the respected Advocate General, respected Deputy Solicitor General, and all the respected senior advocates and members of the bar for their distinguished presence. We must also express our profound appreciation to the respected Registrar General, respected Director, respected Member Secretary, and all the officers of the registry for their committed support and invaluable coordination. Finally, our heartfelt thanks to extend to the Civil Judges Junior Division of 2024 batch and law student of LCIT College. Thank you all once again for your gracious presence and participation. I now humbly request all our honorable dignitaries and guests to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा चञ्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. I respectfully seek the permission of Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Chhattisgarh, to formally conclude today's program. Thank you, Your Lordship. With this, we formally conclude the program. I now invite all the honorable dignitaries and esteemed guests to kindly proceed for the refreshment at Buland Darwaja. Thank you.